It's been a while, but it is finally time, everyone. It's finally time to go back and finish the journey that I started a whole year ago. Yes, I'm finally going to talk about the very end and the overall recap of my 75% completion goal that I set myself last year. And yes, I do realize it is March. I'm very sorry to that one person who was waiting on this video like, where's the ending? Because we haven't recapped what happened from October. I left you on a cliffhanger, October to December. Did I make it to the end? Spoilers for the end of this video, so you don't have to watch the rest of it if you don't really want to. But yes, I made it! Ta-da! Yay me! But we're going to go through that time. We also are going to look at and finally close the chapter on the spreadsheet and on the whiteboard. I want to do a recap of my experience trying to get this goal, and then I'm going to give you some tips for if you want to try and up your completion based on the experience that I had. So let's go. Let us rewind the time. Let us go back in time to October 2022. I actually filmed some stuff at the time, so we're actually going to go back in time. Get ready. And we rejoin the tale. We find Lucy from the past getting ready, excited to celebrate 20k subscribers on YouTube with a stream that was 20 trophies for 20k. Before we start this clip, we rejoin Lucy at a time where her completion, or my completion, maybe I should start talking in first person, was at 73.81%. So we still had a good, 1%, 20 to go in order to reach the final thing. So let's rejoin the scene now. All right, so we're currently in a flashback where we are the date. What's the date? It's somewhere in October at the beginning, and I'm doing the 20 trophies for 20k live stream, which is hopefully gonna get me some good gains, I'm thinking. So this is the second day of it. I forgot to record the first part of this vlog yesterday, and I didn't want to pretend. So far I think it's helped me get 0.2% up. So if we can get this, we can hopefully get some good gains, and maybe it'll make me see some games that I can go back to. I'm already thinking about going back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. So let's get streaming. Yes, claim base. Hang on, I want to claim a base, right? That's the trophy. Claim a base. Pray. Yes! I'm actually really happy because I just don't have to play this game anymore. I'm more happy about that than the trophy. Let's GTFO. Oh, well, there we go. Trophy number 1, unstable matter. Done. Donezo. We're flying through this. We're flying through this. Oh my god, this is so nuts. Wait, hang on. Oh, it's done. The challenge is done. Woohoo! Oh, okay. What can I say? Pro gamer. Alright, so it's been a week since the last update. I can confirm that the 20 trophies for 20k celebration, it went quite well. It pushed me over the 74 edge. So now I'm like 0.90% or something away. So plan of attack now, which I discovered, is to focus on DLC if possible, because I remembered there is a spanner, or you may say an axe in the works. When God of War Ragnarok gets released, that is going to drop me down, and there's no way I'm not going to be able to play God of War Ragnarok. It's going to have to happen. So I'm going to really try and work on the Horizon Frozen Wilds Tomb Raider DLC. There's some chunky DLC in there, and I think I could do it. I think as well it seems something that I would want to do. So that, maybe the Skyrim. Well, the Skyrim is probably going to happen. There was another DLC I identified. Oh, I actually do kind of want to go back to Control after playing the 20k live stream. That was quite fun. Maybe even Cyberpunk, could pick up a few scraps there. I think what I've got to really do is either focus on some DLC as quick wins, and then any sort of big gaps, like Cyberpunk is a big gap, Control and Death Stranding, any like easy trophies I can get, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to actually, before I have to make dinner, I'm going to play some Horizon Frozen Wilds. For some reason I want to say that really wrong. And finish the story at least. So that's the update. Oh my god, this loading is so long. Oh, finally.
It's been closed up all year whilst I've been doing some major work. And yeah, it's back now, which is good to see. Big overhaul. And that's the thing, the attraction needed some work. We've done that.
Ugh, fine, whatever. Oh, blimey. Yes! Oh. It's a big day today. We are about to play God of War Ragnarok. We've been waiting for this moment. However, if we come over here, we were so close to the goal, everybody. I tried so hard with these control games to get to 75% completion, but we are just shy. So we're going to see what happens. How much is God of War going to knock me back? We'll find out. We're going to go here. All right, so my current percentage, 74.88%. Now that we have played God of War, we have earned a trophy. Let's update the profile and let's see the damage. I am ready. So close, so close. Hey, it's not that bad, everybody. It's only 74.58. We can do this, kid. Yes. Okay, let's update my spreadsheet so that we're all up to date. That's not terrible. I can live with that. We're gonna do this. Hello, it's been a while since the last update. Today is the 1st of December, so I was like, God damn, I should probably do something about that because I am T-minus 31 days away from having to hit my goal. So I thought we'd check in, and to prove that it's the 1st of December, look, it's my untainted advent calendar. So I'm gonna eat number 1, if I can find number 1. Normally I don't eat advent calendars like this, but I've got one hand here, so I just thought I'd clarify that before everyone was like, what are you doing? Perfect, right. So what are we doing? What's the plan? What's going on? So here we are. We're now at 74.61% because I did install Sonic Frontiers and God of War, which I've made very little progress in. Sonic Frontiers, I'm definitely going to platinum and finish. This has to happen. Now, my Secret Santa has told me to do Skyrim. So, I'm going to have to think of a plan in order to get... We're about, what? 0.40% away. Let's check the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet's up to date. Spreadsheet is saying at the moment it's only looking like with what I've selected, I'm only going to get to 74.81. So, I'm really going to have to put the gains in here. So, if I'm... Now I can go here and I can select Skyrim and put Skyrim to yes. Let's see what happens when I put Skyrim to yes. Just makes it over the threshold. So I've really got to do Skyrim and I've really got to do Sonic Frontiers. So that is the update for what's happening now. I'm going to get to it.
And I don't know if I will see you again. Yes, finally. Oh.
Hello everybody and Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Day. I am 10 minutes away from streaming Sackboy, a big adventure, hoping to get that Christmas plat. But that's not all. This is an exciting day potentially for the completion goal, because if you take a look at this, you'll see what I mean. We are currently on 74.97%. If I get this trophy tonight, if I get this gold trophy, that will push me over 75% and it will be goal complete. Can I do it? Let's find out. It's time to stream. I just feel like I make a lot of dumb mistakes, and you have to be pretty much perfect for 10 minutes. I don't know if I can be perfect for 10 minutes in anything. I've got to count a bit here because sugar. Oh shit! I was not expecting that. Oh my god, I'm so afraid of messing up. I might just have to take my time to like get as many of these as humanly possible. This is the end, I think. Just get it done. Oh my god. The Christmas Day flat! We did it! Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that have been following my channel for the year, let me take this off. You know that I have been on a mission to raise my percentage to 75% this year. So we're gonna together update my profile so we can see if the magic has happened. Have I completed the goal of 75% completion? I don't even need to drink this coffee now. Oh my god, look at that! Ah! It's bang on. It's 75% completion. On the dot. We've done it. Mischief managed, as they say in the Harry Potter universe. Let's take a picture. Let's take a screenshot. Here. So there we go. I did it. I made it to the goal. It was tough. I want to talk about my experience in a bit, but that was what happened. Now let's move forward to where I am now. And we're going to finally close this chapter in the story. So if you would come with me now on a journey through time and space to the world of the internet, we're going to go and look at my PSN profiles. Let's take a look-see. Here we are. Now I've had to, this is one of the reasons why it took me a while to get back to this goal, because I decided, or this video even, I was like, oh, it'd be a bit weird if I'm not at 75%. So I worked really hard to get back to 75% in order to make this video. And as you can see, bang on the money. Ta-da! Which meant, as you can see here, a lot of Fallout 76. So what happened was I installed Sekiro and Fallout 76, and that dropped me quite far back down. But as you see, I had to work my way up to at least get these a little bit going. And I did a little bit of Fallout 4 DLC as well. And I made a good chunk of progress on the quarry. So that helped me get back here. So yeah, now I've done it, I suppose I just have to continue on now. I'm not going to try and get to 80%. I'm happy with my 75. I'd like to keep this as a baseline. The original goal, lest we forget, was to get here to give me more buffer room so that when I do install new games, it's not dipping me too low. But I must say, I did really enjoy my time doing this, and it's nice to see that I do manage to get back to the goal. And every time I install a new game, yeah, you are going to take that hit, but I don't think I'm too far away now from getting it back up. And I think actually over time, if I am good, unless I go mad and install like lots of games, I'll probably keep a good cadence of keeping around this level of being, 75% being my baseline, which I am very happy with, because there was a lot of games that I will never ever go back to on my backlog that they're stuck on PS3 as well. So I'm never going to get that coveted 100%, and nor do I really want to. So yeah, that is where we leave the adventure for now. All right, here we are one last time at the Superior Trophy Progress Tracker. It's time to put the spreadsheet to rest. It has served me well. I haven't updated this in a very long time. It's saying the last update was the 3rd or the 4th. That don't make any sense. That's today. I guess I haven't pressed the updation button. So here you can see that I'm still on 74.95. I think this is where I left it before I dipped down. So let's do it. Let's initiate updation one last time and see it for all its glory. It's served me well, this spreadsheet, and I will miss it. There better be a banging picture of Garrus to congratulate me. Let's wait and see as the initiation happens, or the updation to the initiating of the updation happens. Look at all these games that I had here. I might come back to this. It's done. We've hit the goal. I wish there was confetti or something. Ooh, I'll give myself the solitaire. You know when you beat solitaire, it goes... That's what I'm doing to myself on the screen. I'm getting the solitaire. Woo! There we go. Ba-bam! 75% completion down here. We've got no more points. Really need to reach our goal. 0.00. Estimated time. Garrus looking hot. We love it. Garrus is saying mission complete. Boom. Good stuff. I like it. And that's it. It's done. It can now rest in peace. Thank you once again to both the Muppet and the Trophy Advisor for putting this together. I couldn't have made the goal without it, 100%, absolutely. So, right, now that that's done, let us go to the plan. What did we do? Let's have a quick tidy up here. So, I can't believe it, everybody. We did it. We actually did Skyrim. I totally forgot about this. Games get any trophies on. Well, we didn't get one. We did get the plat, though. So, we're putting it in the plat pile. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen. That was pretty cool that we did that. We did control, which was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. That wasn't even on the list. That was totally not expecting. We didn't actually, and out of that, everything else we didn't do. We didn't do Neo. We didn't do Judgment. Didn't do Cyberpunk. We didn't do Elden Ring, and we didn't do Witcher 3 DLC, and we didn't play any more God of War. We did do a little bit of Rise of the Tomb Raider, and we did do the Quarry, but we didn't do enough to finish it, and we didn't do we didn't finish the Frozen Wilds, and I didn't finish Borderlands. So I think that's the only updating I have there. What else did we finish anything else last year? I'd have to check my, let's see. Oh, we did Batman, but I think I already, but does that not go in this bit here? Oh, completed. Oh, here we go. This is where it's, so Resident Evil 5 was the last game I put on this list. So what did we complete after Resident Evil 5? Sonic Frontiers? Yeah, okay. So 17. Whoa. I like this as a record of how many games I beat this year. This is nuts. Sonic Frontiers. I guess it makes sense with how many platinums I got, I suppose. Next up We beat Sackboy. That was a very unexpected one. 18. Sackboy. A big adventure. Adventure. 19. Oh, we did Doctor Who Lonely Assassins. Boo. I'm not even gonna type that out because that was bad. We're gonna discuss this. Oh, that's not very good, is it? No. I'm gonna have to type that out. Doctor Who Lonely Assassins. I would like this as well. Let's put that on one line. Let's do that. And then it must be Skyrim. It must be Skyrim. Skyrim. Batman Arkham Knight. Oh, we did DLC and that doesn't count. Number 20. Skyrim. Anything on 20? Actually, that's the end. That's the end. How did we get 23 platinums but only completed 20 games? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I must have missed something somewhere. Did we do Batman Arkham Asylum? We did do Batman. Oh, well, whatevs. So these were all the games I completed, unless there was anything from this back. And we never got to any of this. I never touched any of this stuff here at the bottom. The backlog still exists. I'm not going to put any upcoming games because this should live in the memories of 2022. There we go. That was the story of the 75% completion as done on a whiteboard here. Look at it all. I still don't understand how I'm missing some games because I got more platinums than that. Oh well, I don't know. What's done is done, I guess. What's done is done. All right, now that we have closed the chapter in the book, let's reflect. If we were writing an essay, we need to say in conclusion. So what did I learn about my time trying to do this challenge? Well, firstly, in the first video, I set out some rules to myself, which was I don't want to play games that I don't like, and I don't want to play or buy any DLC just for the sake of it. Now, I think those were the two main golden rules. Did I stick to them? Not really. By the end, I started having to scrabble. So, for instance, I ended up having to play Sackboy, which is a game that I didn't really like. But on the upside, I did get the platinum, which is something I did really want to do. So I guess I can't moan about that too much, I suppose. I did have to play a shitty game in Doctor Who Lonely Assassins because I really needed to get some completion up. So that wasn't great. I did go back to some of that Rise of the Tomb Raider DLC and it was fine. Now, at least I didn't buy it. I already had that DLC and I didn't realize. So I don't think I broke the no buying DLC rule. Apart from this year, I did buy the Fallout 4 DLC, but I actually did want to play it and then decided I didn't actually want to play it really. I don't know. I will go back to it at some point. So I think other than those games, I kind of did stick to the rules, but there was a possibility that I would have had to play What Remains of Edith Finch on PS5, which I didn't really want to just play that. Even though it's a great game and I loved that game a lot, I didn't want to play it for the sake of just getting a quick, bump in completion. Maybe I'll come back to it at some point when I'm feeling it, maybe not. That's why I went for Doctor Who Lonely Assassins, because I do like to try and play all the Doctor Who games if I can. So I think those were the only bad areas that I dipped into where maybe I played games that don't quite fit the criteria. Although I did play a lot of Crash Bandicoot 4, which is 100% actually. I said I'd quit that game, and I went back to it multiple times, just an addicted lovesick puppy or something. I was like, but I do want to play a Crash Bandicoot game. And then I'm like, why have I done this to myself? So yeah, those are the only ones. So I think that's the only negatives. Oh, okay, let's talk about the experience itself. So I did really enjoy having a goal to work towards. At the beginning, I did make a big error. So I think I didn't really make much of progress in that first quarter. I was focusing my attention in the wrong areas. I spent a lot of time playing Persona 5 Royal, which wasn't bad or anything, but then I discovered it's not about it's not enough to just complete the games. You need to complete enough games in the time in order to bring that up. Because I was almost going to play the Witcher 3 DLC, which wouldn't really got me anything. I would have got 100%, but again, another time sink game for not actually that much gains percentage wise. So once the spreadsheet came into the equation, that's when things changed for me. That's why I started to actually understand what it was I was doing. So I kind of figured it's not actually even about trying to complete every single game. I'm never going to get 100% completion on my profile. So even though I was spending all this time platinuming these long games, it was actually more beneficial to get most of my games up to 75% at least, because that's the average that I'm working towards, than it was to pump 50, 60, 100 hours into one game to get that all the way to 100%. It just wasn't worth it. So once I got the spreadsheet, then I could really start like having a look at what games I could play and start playing about with the numbers. And then I even found that installing new games, whilst it felt like a detriment at first, because you would take a big like 30% hit in your completion, it was actually, if you were intending to play that or at least raise that to your benchmark, which was 75, then you're still making those gains. Like it just feels like at first, but that actually really helped as well. It was, I don't know, I have like slowed down in games this year, and maybe it's because I don't have the goal, but I did really also enjoy like looking at the backlog and identifying games that I could go back to and play. And one of the things that I really liked was I discovered games that I may not have gone back to revisit, like Control, for instance. Like I was dead set that I was not going to go back and play Control. But actually, I really enjoyed my time with it, and I got the platinum. It just wasn't the right game for me in 2019, and somehow it clicked with me more this time. So for that alone, like, that was really cool. What was the other game? I think going back to A Plague Tale Innocence, played that and didn't really vibe with it. This time I really got back into it, and I really loved it. So yeah, for that, it was cool to... I think as well doing those streams where it was like, you know, jumping in and out of games, that also helped me be like, actually, dip my toe in the water and trying it. I suppose a game I didn't really vibe with on a second attempt was Death Stranding, and that's still one I'm not really sure if I would go back to. But I liked it for that reason. Like, it felt nice, like seeing the progress happening and like identifying what games to go back to, what games to try, rather than focusing on new games, which last year was definitely the year for backlog games. This year, not so much. I feel like there's going to be a lot of installation of new games. So that's pretty much my wrap up of the experience, trying to work towards that. I guess one of the pitfalls I did find was like, I did start to get this weird anxiety, especially towards the end of the year, about installing installing new games, like God of War, for instance. Like, I didn't want it to deter me, because I really did want to play God of War. But then once I'd done that and didn't play any more God of War, I was like, now I really am stuck. And I would just like sit there being like, well, I can't buy any new games. I can't play any new games, because as soon as I do that, then I'm just like, you know, jeopardizing myself. I don't have time. Like, I didn't really like that feeling of it. And still to this day, because I've got this mentality in my mind, I still kind of think, oh no, if I install something new, but it's okay now. It's okay, Lucy. We've hit the goal. You can install new games now. This is what we were working towards. So that part of it, I didn't like. But now, you know, I don't have to worry about it. It's in a good place. And honestly, I put the deadline of the end of the year on myself. I didn't have to do it by the end of the year. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the journey. It was fun. I'm looking forward to doing my new journey. My new journey is less stressful, I guess. It's just more... Well, I say that, I haven't even embarked on the new journey yet, but I'm sure you'll see that in my ultra rare trophy video that I'm probably have put out by now, which is my goal for the year. So let us look now at some tips I have for you. Are you out there, you trying to raise your percentage? Firstly, I would highly recommend the trophy spreadsheet advisor thing. Like, that will definitely help you see where it is best to put your time, spend your time. And it's nice as well to see your goal moving up as you're inputting the numbers, working out what games you want to play. And, you know, that's a nice little meta game that you can play. So if you want to download that, I'll put a link in the description. There is a video that goes through how it works as well. So enjoy that. So that is definitely tip number 1. Tip number 2, which is going back to old games where you are missing trophies, is a good way to make quick games, but definitely look for ones that are easy. So, you know, don't all have the best time ratio output. Like, for me, going for The Witcher 3, whilst I really want 100% in The Witcher 3, it wasn't very time efficient for me to do that last year. I still want to do that this year. It's one of my goals for this year, but I would have pumped like 50 hours into that and got 0.02% back. It was nothing. So there you go. Tip number 1, identifying the trophies that are nice, like low-hanging fruit. Just even a few little bronzes now and again will just help. Like, just raising everything up just a little bit will mean that everything, you know, is going to be great. Like a souffle. I've never eaten a souffle, and I hope one day I will, because I don't even know if I like souffles. They just sound fancy, and I just want to eat one because I'm not fancy. Right, tip number 2. Trophies contribute more based on their grade, so bronze are worth less than the silver, which are worth less than the gold, and don't forget that platinums themselves do not count towards your percentage. So that's again what I was saying originally. Whilst it's great to get those platinums, we do all want the platinums, it's not actually like getting the final trophy and getting that platinum isn't going to push you like mega insane into your completion. It's actually more beneficial to raise everything to like 90 if you want to get 90% completion. It's not like the actual platinum has no trophy point based value to your percentage. It does have a point value onto your level though, if you're working on a level goal. Number 3, so as I alluded to, starting new games, whilst it felt like, oh my God, it's actually beneficial if you are planning to complete them, or at least, again, reach your goal with them. So if you're going to start a new game, make sure you have enough trophies to where your completion for that game ends up being higher than your goal. Otherwise, you will end up lowering your percentage. And this comes in tandem with picking the games, because make sure that you don't get games that have DLC if you do not intend on buying or playing the DLC, because they will, hold you back. And I mean, it's hard to predict, but there will be games in the future that may also get DLC. I'm looking at you, Horizon Forbidden West, because I know the Burning Shores is coming out soon, and as soon as that comes out, whoop, that's going to unintentionally drop me down, unfortunately. So be mindful of that. It's another reason why I was thinking about playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but didn't, because that had insane amounts of DLC. Maybe this year is the time to do that. And then finally, my final tip, of course, is have fun. Otherwise, you will get burnt out. Play the games you actually want to play in order to hit your goal. So thankfully, most of the time I was able to maintain this goal myself. And it was fun. Like, I didn't think I was actually going to go back and platinum Skyrim. Like, it just felt like a big task. But I think that's my favorite thing about what I did the goal this year, was I actually did it. I actually went back and played and completed and platinum Skyrim on PS4, which felt like a massive undertaking, but I had a good time doing it, and it really pushed me to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even though it felt like I loved the game, so it meant that I put all the hours in to do it and get it done, whilst obviously other things like playing Crash 4, playing Dr. Lonely Assassins, that was like, I don't know, playing Lonely Assassins was like a necessary evil. At least it was only 2 hours of my life. Whereas, games like Crash 4 or trying to play something else, it's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth trying to put all that effort in to get a couple of bronzes if you're not enjoying it. So there we go. I think that, everyone, is it. That wraps up the finale of the 75 completion experiment, journey, documentary, whatever you want to call it, that I did in 2022. I would, if you're into trying to raise your trophy level, then I would say go for it. It is a fun goal to work towards. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I achieved the goal. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for following on this series. Again, apologies, this video was so far behind, but I'm glad I finally got back to 75% so I could make this. And I guess now it's time for me to work on my next goal. Gotta go start making those ultra rare trophies pop. So I will update you with the next goal as and when it approaches, as it happens. Until then, keep on hunting. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch you all in the next one.